Well, are you just sick of that bit round the middle? Are all of the diets that used to work for you no longer serving you? And are you feeling really, really frustrated at how much effort it takes to lose any amount of inches or weight since you've reached 45 and over? Well, I am here to help. My name is Kate Sanson, I'm 52 years old, and unlike the majority of fitness instructors that you see floating across YouTube or anywhere else, I am also in the midst of the menopause, and I've had to use my 32 years of experience in the health and fitness industry to come up with a program that helps us ladies, because it's a real struggle. As your estrogen levels start to drop, your body has a tendency to put the fat reserves round the middle, and it's also frustratingly the last place for the fat reserves to leave. Now, you've got no chance of winning this game of life in the menopause and maintaining your the way your body fits your skin as much as anything else, and maintaining your body confidence, unless you know some of the fundamental rules that you need to follow from now on. So I've put together these 10 rules. If you can abide by these, I promise you it will give you the key to releasing the body fat without you being hangry, without you getting headaches, without you feeling like you're going without. I have ladies within Kate's Club who've been with me for 2.5, 3 years in my online fitness club, and they swear by this system. They can go away on an all-inclusive holiday, when we're allowed again, and they've come back and only put on 1/2 inch around their waist because they've embraced the method of eating, the method of exercising, and now they can get on with their lives again in spite of the menopause. So, what are these 10 rules? Are you ready? The first one is to stop calorie counting, ladies. Calorie counting, point counting, things that have maybe served you in the past, cutting out carbs. You only had to mention the word diet in your 20s and 1/2 stone would come off. Well, that is no longer going to be the case. As your estrogen levels are fluctuating when you're perimenopausal, but generally reducing until you are menopausal, the definition of which is that you have gone 12 months without a period. But it's the mayhem that can go on for like 3 years before that that can really cause chaos with you psychologically, with your sleep. And this is where 80% of ladies will feel symptoms of the menopause. Now, the yo-yo dieting and the other things that you used to do, Weight Watchers, Slimming World, all of these sorts of things, they aren't going to serve you like they have in the past. They were great for other times of your life, but right now your body is at its least tolerant to anything. So this means you're least tolerant, your skin is less tolerant, your internal skin is less tolerant. This is when you are likely to get irritable bowel syndrome, you are likely to have problems with your stomach, and also you've got all the other symptoms. 80% of us get the symptoms of one sort or another. So first of all, stop the calorie counting, stop the yo-yo diet. Those aren't going to do it anymore. You've got to find a new method. 2, change the way you exercise. If you have been an exerciser up until now, respect to you, go girl. If you haven't had to exercise before and you've still been able to maintain your weight and it's not something you've particularly enjoyed, well, I'm afraid now is the time you're going to have to do it if you want to stay the size you are or try and lose some of the lockdown love handles. So, you've got to change it. How have you got to change it? Well, cardio, if you used to go 3 times a week to the gym, do your HIIT class or your Zumba or something like that, that is not, a cardio session is not going to help you get rid of the bit around the middle, the belly fat. You need to be getting every single muscle in your body to be working at its most efficient. So therefore you need to be doing some resistance training. This doesn't mean going and lifting heavy weights in the gym. Not at all. You can do resistance training by using your body weight for squats, by using resistance bands, doing yoga, Pilates, these sorts of things. But you need to be doing little and often now. 15 to 20 minutes a day. In Kate's Club, I've hit the absolute sweet spot for the majority of the hundreds of ladies that I help. And that is 15 to 20 minutes during the day. At some point, we raise the heart rate. All low impact though, because you are going to be more likely to injure yourself at this moment in time, because everything is if you think of like your skin is thinning. So the skin on the outside, the skin on the inside, and those tolerances that I spoke about, your ligaments, tendons, all of these sorts of things are going to have a tendency to injure more easily, I'm afraid. So you need to do gentle, low impact, but you can still get your heart rate going. So that is how you need to change your exercise. If you've always been a runner all your life, carry on running, but you need to do some resistance work as well. Because you've got to get these fat burning machines, these muscles working the best that they can. And then it means that you'll be able to eat the same as you used to, or you can mix it up, but you do need those muscles. Muscles are your friend. Number 3, eat colourful carbohydrates. What do I mean by this? So your carbohydrates, those are your fruits, your vegetables, your pulses. Try and make them as colourful as possible. And if you're menopausal, the dark ones are the best. So your red cabbage, your dark grapes, your pomegranates, your blueberries, because these generally have more resveratrol in them, antioxidants. So we rust. Just like your car or anything else, due to oxygen in our system, we rust on a different scale. And so these antioxidants, these natural antioxidants, keep everything moving, and they are really good for you and for your skin, and it's the best way for you to get your nutrients. Smoothies are a really good way to bang in all those nutrients. If you're wanting to just take it in one drink, nice and easy, and that's you done for the day for getting all of those dark fruits and vegetables in. But the darker the better. So dark greens, your kale, your spinach, your cabbage, these sorts of things. Those are the ones, your courgettes. Avocado is very good, but look at the portion sizes of that. So that's your colourful carbohydrates. You need those right now. Number 4, your portion size. Breakfast, lunch and dinner. We only ever, as a society, started eating only breakfast, lunch and dinner because it suited us for school, for work, for things like that. That is not the way our bodies were designed to eat. You wouldn't feed a baby just breakfast, lunch and dinner. No, we're designed to have carbohydrates, proteins and fats every 3 to 4 hours. That's the way we are naturally meant to go. So now, with those tolerance levels being less, that is the way your system is craving you to feed it. Try it with in our dinner plates now as well are a third bigger than they were 10 years ago. So if you're filling your plate and you're eating it, you're guaranteed to put on weight. Of course you are. And you're going to put on more weight than your parents did or your grandmother did, because they didn't eat the portion sizes and they didn't have the lifestyle that we have now. So those factors are against us. Portion size, absolutely key. I tend to go for a side plate to get people into this eating method. Go for a side plate, but have 5 meals a day, but side plate. Right, then moving on, blood sugar dips. So ladies, are you aware of, like, usually, generally for your average lady who's unaware of this, you get it mid-morning and it's kind of that zzz on your temples here. Or it feels like above your eyebrows is just pulsing. And it feels like you've got the weight of the world on you. That is a sign that your blood sugar levels are dipping. Your hormones, when you're perimenopausal, are going up and down and up and down and up and down. You need to try and stabilize your moods to make a difference to this as well by balancing those blood sugars. By eating little and often, that is what you are going to do. But you're going to have to vary it and see what you need. You need slow and quick release carbohydrates. So you need bananas. Great, that's why the tennis players eat them, but you maybe have that with oats or pulses of some sort, so that you've got carbohydrates that keep your stomach busy for longer as well. Okay, so that's your portion size and your blood sugars. Get more sleep. I know. I know, I can almost hear you screaming at me. How can I get more sleep? I'm sweating. I've got covers on, covers off, one leg, even just one leg out, which is usually perfect, isn't working anymore. You've got the sweats, you've got the anxiety. You're waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning with the anxiety and all of the thoughts of yesterday and why did I do this? And your head is just whizzing around with things. Now is a time when you need to take time for you, ladies. So important. Children are after, I have twin 9-year-olds. I had mine later in life. But now you need to take time from being drawn by everybody else. Keep a little bit of sacred time for yourself. 15 minutes in the morning for exercise, 15 minutes at night for a nighttime routine. I've shared with you below a link which will take you to all my favourite things on Amazon to save you having to search around. There's a wonderful neck fan which lights up and is silent. You can put that by the side of your bed. There's a lavender misting spray that you can use. There's cooling pillows. There's all sorts of wonderful homeopathic methods for helping your sleep be better. But keep it dark. You need the melatonin. You can only create that when you're dark. If you're having screen time right up until you fall asleep, the melatonin isn't going to kick in for another hour. That's when you lay there going, please go to sleep, please go to sleep. Yeah, I've got to get up early tomorrow. I've got to function at work tomorrow. Then another sweat and then it's all over again. I do understand, but sleep and rest is important. And the other thing that is important is time for relaxation. If you are in a state of anxiety from the minute you wake up, you've got your to-do list, you're getting pulled on left, right and centre, family generally need you, you've got older parents, they're needing you as well, children are needing you, grandchildren are needing you. I get it, I understand. But you do need to slow down and have some relaxation time. Because if you're in this anxious, adrenaline running, fight or flight situation, your body, you know when you feel that butterflies in your stomach and the knot at the pit of your stomach that just says, I'm feeling anxious. If you're feeling like that, your body, right back to caveman times, is going to hold on to some of the reserves of fat because it's in fight or flight mode. It's not going to be able to relax and let your body let go of that fat. It thinks it's going to need it because you're about to run away from the enemy and stop being eaten by a bear. I mean, it really is that basic, and it's taken thousands of years of evolution to get through that. So you can't fight with that one. You've got to spend more time relaxing. Now, a really good way of doing this is my tip for number 8, and that is walking for weight loss. I know because I was really badly injured 3 years ago. I slipped, I really hurt my back, I had a leg in spasm, I was literally having to drag it along the floor. It took me a long time to get back into exercise. But the one thing that I did do and really got to grips with was walking. Now, not just the walking like you are when you're down the grocery store or in the supermarket, moseying along, or with your dog, a little dog. I have to leave the dog at home now. He's 9. He can't cope with my power walks now. But I have shared with you below a video of walking for weight loss, how to engage more muscle groups so that you burn more calories for every step that you take. Literally, if you could go out for your 15 minutes, 5 times a week that you need to be doing for your exercise, make it walking. Set your timer, 7 minutes out, 7 minutes back. That's you, done. If you embrace the tools that I give you in that video of how to burn the more calories, it will really serve you well. And you're out in nature, which is naturally going to relax you. It gets the endorphins going. That's why you need to get the heart rate up. The endorphins get released. It puts you on a natural high. And so don't reach for the glass of wine. I know self-medication in the form of alcohol is so tempting. But it heightens every single one of those menopausal symptoms. So please try and curb it to a Saturday night and know that you're just going to have a sweatier night that night. That's all there is for it. I'm no saint. I'm not going to tell you I'm a saint. Kate's Club in my belly blast. That's why I did that. That's why I created the 7-day belly blasting challenge, is to give everybody a reality check that they can just do. You can do anything for 7 days. It's after that it gets trickier. But in the belly blasting challenge, I share there with you a little detox plan for the 7 days that you can substitute foods in that you like, because you've got to enjoy this on a daily basis. You're going to have to look at this for the rest of your life. And if you don't want to look at this doing this, you need to embrace some of these rules. You really do, ladies. So there we go, walking for weight loss. Oh, buddy, if you can make yourself accountable to a sister, a cousin, never more than ever, we've got used to communicating with people on video calls and everything else. When you're going off your walk, go virtually with your sister who's down in or your cousin or somebody in another country, a friend in another country, but be accountable for that first month especially. Once you do it for 28 days, it'll become part of your habit. It's far more natural to do, but be accountable for that month. And when I say accountable, not to the scales. I hate scales. I think they should be banned for anybody over the age of 45. Instead, use measurements. I make ladies, the minute they join Kate's Club or the belly blasting challenge, I make them go and put the scales in the shed, because the pleasure and pain of taking those scales out every day, and which does nothing but torture you, by the way, ladies, and is just not the way ahead for your anxiety, for your weight loss, for anything else. But that's a different topic for another day. Measurements. I actually do this with even simpler, with a piece of string. When you start the program, first thing in the morning before you have anything to eat or drink, put a piece of string round to your belly button, cut it, and then keep that string, and that will shrink. Mark it on the string, and you then have got accountability. Within Kate's Club, we do that every Friday morning. Everybody shares their results. So some who have been with me 2-3 years, they're maintaining. Other ladies who have just come on the program, they're losing. But it's that accountability once a week, only once a week. A Friday morning is the optimum time to do it before you have anything to eat or drink. So workout buddy, accountability, very important. And finally, number 10, these are long-term changes. Your estrogen is going to go like this, but all it is going to do for the next few years, girls, is go down. And with that, if you do a diet and then you go back to the way you used to eat in your 30s and your early 40s, you're just going to be in a constant yo-yo. This needs to be a lifestyle change for good. Embrace it. Find the foods that you love. You can eat, ladies find that they eat more doing this than they did do when they were doing the 3 times a day and starving themselves and thinking that that was going to be losing weight. You're going to be eating 5 times a day. You're going to be eating what you choose, what you like, what you enjoy. You're just going to fit it in with these rules and with these portion sizes, and little and often. It is so simple. I promise you it is so simple. So I hope this helps you. I hope it gives you a bit of a boost and a momentum to get going. I'd love to see you on any of my programs. But whatever you do, take action now. Make a plan. Do not leave this video without making a plan and making a pledge to yourself. Pick up the phone to a bestie and say, come on, I'm doing this. I'm sharing these 10 rules with you. We're going to stick with them for the next 28 days. And just make sure you do them every day. In every way, you will feel better, fitter, and more confident in your skin. That is what I was put on this earth to do, is to help ladies do that. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me via my website or email kate@katesansom.com, and I love to help ladies. So please just share. No, you're not alone. You're not going crackers. You will win. You will win this fight with your body. You've just got to know the rules first. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and I shall see you very soon.